For these 4 problems, though, let's get these middle 2, okay? Right? Now, here's what they want usually on problems like this one. Let's start with number 4, right? So, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do this because this is the way that scientists would do it, because they're usually dealing with extraordinarily large numbers. Although here, well, what are we looking at? Millions and 10,000s, it looks like. I'm not going to do that, though. So, yeah, and someone said, yeah, if you change this into standard form, then multiply, you change it back to scientific notation. Yes, you could, but I have even a better way to do it than that. It's not this way, by the way, for me anyways. Some people like this method. So what I'm going to do, since it's all multiplication, is I'm going to use some commutative property of multiplication and say I'm going to take the 4 and 2, move them close to each other and multiply them. 4 times 2 is 8. I can do the same thing with base 10, so base 10 to the power of 4 times base 10 to the power of 6. Why would I do that? Because the bases are the same, and when I multiply bases that are the same, I just need to add the exponent. So that'd be 4 plus 6 right there, which would end up being base 10 to the power of the new exponent is just 10 right there. So it's 8 times 10 to the power of 10. Now, this ends up being, for us, already in scientific notation. Some people like to see the 8.0, and that's good. You don't really have to put that 0.0. You wouldn't have to do it on the assignment. However, when you do it like this, you won't always end up with scientific notation right away, so you would have to maybe move the decimal a little bit more or less, and then you would have to change it into formal scientific notation. Same thing on number 7, but I'm going to show you the second method for me, okay? Now this one can be extraordinarily complicated depending on some of your background, just like I guess all math is. But for me, I like this method because it's called calculator method. So with the calculator, I'm going to type it in exactly like I see it. Open parentheses, 7.2 times 10 to the power of negative 4. I get out of exponent mode and I close my parentheses. Open parentheses, a new one, 4 times 10 to the power of negative 9. I close my parentheses, I push enter, and my calculator shows 2.88 times 10 to the power of negative 12. Okay, that's good enough. Do be careful, because in the future, if you're like, I'm going to use my calculator to do this, some teacher is going to freak out like, why would you do that? That's a horrible thing to do. And it's like, see this thing? It's called a calculator. I'm going to use it. Okay.